Hey, what's up guys? Jackson here at Toasty DIY, and today we're taking a look at a very high-end gaming headset from VZR. This is their very renowned, very well-known Model 1 headset, but it is the Mark II where they've made a lot of really good improvements in both the sound quality and the comfort quality. Let's go ahead and unbox it. So as you can see, we get a really nice carrying case, and it makes sense. This is a very premium and very expensive headset. So, you know, traditionally I'm used to kind of seeing, and I'm not exactly an audiophile, but Zach was nice enough to gift me a really nice Harmonic Dyne Zeus headset, so I'm used to having some decent audio setup at home. I love listening to music, I love playing first-person shooters where footsteps are very important. And what's cool about this headset is most of those really high-end enthusiast headsets you see, they're not really designed towards gamers. They're kind of designed towards audiophiles, people who want to hear music in the most clearest and the best tone with the most power, so really good bass, really good mids and everything. But this headset comes with a microphone, which of course we're going to be testing, but I just think it's super cool to see a headset that's $360, kind of geared towards not just people listening to music, but also people that want to use them in the practical, maybe video editing and gaming sense. So inside of here, I mean, they're very proud of their branding, VZR, as in, you know, really good audio. They have a lot of cool patents. So I know one that they talk about a lot is their acoustic tuning device, which they kind of give you some imaging of. I've seen different pictures on their website and stuff, but they're very proud of that. They even give you a bunch of samples that you should try to listen to, like certain songs and whatnot. And they do some explaining on how the headset works and exactly why it's, you know, better than cheaper headsets. But yeah, it's a pretty premium headset. I know a lot of people, I was reading reviews, they really liked the Model 1 Mark I. They said that this company has done a really good job at continuing to listen to feedback and really take people's advice on what things they can make better. So inside the box, let's go ahead and open this up. So the mic looks actually pretty premium. I was gonna say kind of standard. So fully adjustable. I really actually do prefer this style of adjustment where it's not just like one place. You can fully adjust it. They say that the mic should be about a finger length apart from your mouth, and that's how you're gonna get the best audio, but it is omnidirectional. This is always nice. The sound muff does slide off. I gotta say, that mic looks pretty fancy, so I'm excited. I think the mic will sound really good, but we'll see. So detachable mic, it's very nice that it's detachable. Nothing worse than a headset where you can't take it off if you don't want to. And then another thing that I like to see is that you have your 3.5mm jack that goes to a 1/4" jack. So it's kind of cool that, and even on their website, they don't force having a DAC down your throat. And you know, the reason I say that is, and this is just, you know, me not being a super big audiophile, but I'm all about convenience. And I do feel like a lot of high-end headsets, they always say, oh, to get the maximum performance, you have to have a DAC, you have to have an amp. But I've noticed this headset, they're kind of like plug it into your PC, plug it into a DAC, plug it into an Xbox, or just like plug it into whatever, and you're gonna get pretty good audio. Now, obviously, having an amp and a DAC that can drive a little extra power, you know, some audio balancing, it's probably gonna be the best experience for the audiophiles out there, but it is cool that they're not like, you have to spend $360 on this headset and then you need to keep on spending money in order to chase that perfect sound. I like to see that. So once again, microphone, we got our adapter so that you can plug it into an amp or other accessories. Looks like we get a split jack right here. So this is gonna go from, it's basically audio in and audio out. So it is a 2-pole, I believe, microphone, and then a 2-pole headphone. Really nice, they're all like gold coated, gold plated. This right here is just a basic extension, just a 3.5mm extension. Here's an inline. This is cool. All right, so it looks like this has mute for the microphone, and I'm not sure if maybe this is capacitive. That might be all it is. This might literally just be microphone mute, and left and right for the headset. So this is where it gets a little bit fancy too. Most, you know, cheaper gaming headsets, you're gonna have your single cable. These you can actually swap the cables out, which is sick. I got a custom cable for mine at home, for my Harmonic Dynes. I was actually having some audio issues with mine, so that fixed it. But you can see they're labeled. We got a left and a right. I assume that the left has multiple poles because that's probably the one that the mic gets picked up on versus the right, which is a single. But yeah, you can buy aftermarket ones that are really cool for these, but I gotta say, this isn't bad. You know, all black, it's very sleek, it's a nice like silicone coated cable. So obviously this is gonna be the one that you're gonna use. So you'd basically plug in your right, you get a very nice click too. Yeah, very good click. You know, it's pretty useful. I've put my headphones on backwards before. They do tell us after you get them from shipping to take these out. I did just now remember that. That's to keep everything nice and safe in shipping. That looks very nice. The cups look really good. We almost have like some type of, looks like maybe like a faux leather. Looks very nice. And I think this looks like the acoustic device that they keep talking about. Now, we ended up getting the white and carbon fiber color scheme. So white around the ear cuffs, carbon fiber on the centers. Looks extremely nice. I know I saw a lot of people bragging about these things just being so comfortable compared to a lot of headsets. Mic just plugs in, which let me double check. Yeah, there's a flat side. Flat side goes in. Once again, pretty nice audible click. But we have this nice headband, which is, funny enough, it's like non-adjustable because you don't need to. It auto-adjusts. It's kind of like in a spring mechanism. So looks pretty nice. I can already tell these are going to be so comfy. They're very lightweight too. It seems like the whole entire headphone assembly is pretty much all metal, besides obviously the cuffs where it's white is some sort of like ABS plastic. Now, of course, we got to get the first time feel. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the microphone off. Make sure we got left and right. Yeah, that is very nice. They're very sound canceling. These are not open back headphones. So once you put them on, you're kind of in the sound chamber. So at this point, you know, I've gotten a look at them. They're extremely comfy, just short term. I can tell these will be pretty good, but we're gonna actually drive these full on. We're gonna play some games with them. We're gonna test out some music. I'm basically gonna take these home and hook these up to my, which I do have a mono 48 volt phantom power DAC that will actually hook up with the 1/4 inch jack. So we'll be able to fully drive these if there is any, you know, performance to be left on the table. But I will also hook them up to my PC here where I just have a standard audio jack to see just how good they sound. Okay, so here's test number 2. Right now, I actually have the splitter on. Now before, for the first test, which I probably should have told you guys, I did not use the splitter, and the audio came out pretty quiet. Even with everything set to 100%, I couldn't figure out how to get any more volume through the actual mic unless I added a decibel boost after the fact, which obviously is going to introduce some noise. So with the splitter, I can see I'm starting to peak into like the yellow, which is pretty ideal. You want to be like kind of in the yellow when you're talking a little bit louder. I think I'm in pretty optimal position right now. I can't really get it any more in front of my mouth, I don't think. So it kind of almost seems like maybe kind of angled towards you, because it seems like most of the audio is coming in through the end of the mic, but it's supposed to be omnidirectional. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think about how it sounds. So I gotta test out one of my favorite songs, of course. This is One by Metallica, which is just a symphony of many, many instruments and sounds. And I think it's a really good first test for me to listen to. So I'm gonna throw my headphones on here and give it a go. Yeah, that's, I mean, it's pretty intense. Sounds really good. The little acoustic, the directional acoustic pieces, I like to call them, but I know they're a little more professional with the actual names. They make it sound really good. And I like that they don't protrude all the way to where they touch your ear, so you're not like feeling, you know, these kind of like leather plastic-esque insert pieces. So it feels like a normal headset, but the sound is very directional, very intentional. You know, they know exactly where they want to get it, and that's your ears. So yeah, I mean, older song definitely sounds really good. Let's try something with like a little bit of bass just to see how the bass is. All right, we got another certified classic here. Not a big fan of dubstep, but this song right here is like one of the few dubstep songs I think has a good melody, sounds nice, a lot of bass, a lot of complexity to it. So let's give it a go. All right, yeah, definitely packs some bass too. So it kind of seems like it has a like kind of like an all-around curve to it. Like it has good lows, mids, and highs. It doesn't really feel like it's, I guess, geared towards just one is, I guess, how I would put it. So yeah, it has like a good, just overall like acoustic concert effect kind of sound, if that makes any sense. But it sounds pretty good, and you know, the fact that it has the built-in mic is pretty sick. Settings aren't too bad. It's just me trying to stream this and play. It is asking a lot. I'm stock gun equip, like the one that we got for like the pre-purchase thing or whatever.
The what?
I don't know,
the legendary?
Yeah.
No, I don't use it. Oh my god!
I still use mine.
Maybe I should. I went down, by the way.
Catch.
Ow. I'm so cold.
How do you get up there? There. Yeah, he's a boss. Alright. Bet. But alright guys, see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. So we've tested some music out. We've tested the overall feel of the headphones. I actually just streamed with them for did like an hour and 20-minute live stream in Borderlands 4, sounded really good in that. So I've been wearing these headphones for about 2 hours straight, and I'm not getting any fatigue or anything by them. So this is the headset I normally use, by the way, in case anyone wanted to see it. These are the Harmonic Dyne Zeus's. These are an open back headphones, so they're a lot different than this kind of closed back style where it's much more, I'd almost call it like in-depth. Everything feels a lot more like acoustic with these headphones. I will say, I have started to really like open back headphones. I don't know, it's easier to talk with them on, if that makes sense. You don't talk nearly as loud, and you can actually still kind of hear stuff through the headset, which for some people, they may not like that, but I have really started to like open back. We're retiring these off to the side for now, and we're playing some Apex Legends, a first-person shooter where footsteps, you know, gun reload sounds, like everything's really important. Being able to hear people med and all that, it is super easy to find people in this game if you have a good set of ears, so we're gonna give this a go now. Well, they're playing Fuse, and they have What's-Her-Face. So I'm not even going to use my Stinger, am I? Because she probably has her ult in there. Can anyone confirm or deny that, actually? Okay. If you break it, let me know, and I'll throw my Stinger in there. They're about to... Well, guys, so in conclusion, this VZR headset is pretty awesome. I definitely do like it. I like the styling of it. You can't really go wrong with carbon fiber with like a white trim, especially when the colors kind of all go well together. It's very comfy. I wore this headset for 3 hours worth of gaming. Feels great. I didn't get any like, you know, no fatigue on top of my head, and the ear cuffs are very soft, so I didn't have any issues with that. Built-in mic, it's pretty decent. It's definitely not gonna replace like a nice, you know, cardioid mic, especially not like a good XLR mic with like a mixer, but it's definitely better than, you know, like the really cheap USB mics out there, and it's better than most headset mics that I've used. So I definitely can't complain. And I think, you know, really the only things I guess you could say to really think about this headset is, for one, it's expensive, of course. I mean, you're looking at a, you know, $360 headset, so it's definitely in the premium market, but I think it has some pretty cool stuff to offer, being that it's tailored a little bit more towards gaming, which is pretty cool because you're not normally going to get a headset with a built-in mic. Usually you're going to have to buy a mod mic to add aftermarket onto your headset, which may not look the best. So I think this headset's pretty unique. It has some cool offerings. So if you guys want to buy one of these headsets, I will have a link to probably their website and maybe an Amazon affiliate link if they have it, and that will help us out if you do buy one. But let me know down below what you guys think of this headset. Do you like the styling? Based on just my impressions, do you think it sounds pretty good, or maybe you have one of these headsets? But anyways, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.